Hey, this is Carla from the Butcher Babies.
This is George Corner Fisher from Cannibal Corpse.
Hey, this is Rex from Kill Devil Hill. It's Wednesday 13. This is Dad from Devil Driving.
This is Odorous from War. You're listening to Rabid Noise
on Rabid Radio.
Turn it up.
Hey, Matt, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, good, dude. First up, I just want to say congrats on your Grammy nomination, man. You guys must be so stoked.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty surreal, man. Thank you very much. It's a very, very cool feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And are you guys going to be there for it?
No, we'll actually be down closer your way. We'll have just finished the tour that we're doing in Australia, and then we'll be in Thailand when the Grammys go down. So we won't be attending, unfortunately.
True.
It's some tough competition, man. Gojira, Bandana, Korn, Baroness. Those are some serious bands to be competing with, you know.
That's true, but man, the song is pretty solid.
Well, thank you. We think so, but you know, we like those bands as well. So we'll just see what happens, I guess.
Awesome, man. And of course, I also want to mention the Doom performance. That was amazing.
Yeah. With Nick, had a blast. I really had a great time rehearsing for that and getting ready for that. And actually, the performance itself was, you know, it's always nice to do things different than what you're used to. You know, I'm used to playing with Periphery, which is great, of course. But to be able to kind of really have the free reign to do what I wanted to do with that Doom performance, and to be able to play with great musicians like Nick and Sasha was just such a blast. I really soaked it up, so to speak. You know.
Are you a big gamer yourself?
Funny enough, I'm not. The rest of the guys in the band are. They're really big gamers, you know. But I'm probably the least into games. However, after the Game Awards, I've definitely been more exposed to it, and I'm a little bit more excited to get into it. So I'm actually I'm picking up an Xbox One and some games, and I'm gonna get back into it. I used to play when I was younger. So if I can find some free time in my days, then I will definitely get back into it.
And of course, we are pretty damn excited to see Periphery back down here. And we last saw you guys down here with Devin Townsend, which was one hell of a tour, man. That was last year. How was that?
Yeah, it was just over a year ago, I guess. Yeah, thanks, man. That was a lot of fun. We love touring with those guys. They're very, very good friends of ours. And to do it in one of our favorite places to tour was really quite a treat. Because I don't know if you know this, but Australia is, if not the favorite, definitely up there as one of my absolute favorite places to go and perform. I absolutely love it. So needless to say, we're excited to go back. And I don't know if you know, I was just there a couple of weeks ago for drum clinics, and I got a chance to just kind of tour around by myself for the most part without the rest of the band. And every time I just fall more in love with the people there, with the food, with the weather, everything. So I'm a big fan. I'm really a big fan.
Did you do one in Brisbane?
Yes. Yeah, I did. Over, I got to think of the name. It was Just Percussion. That's what it was. Just Percussion.
Cool. I'm amazed that I missed that, actually. I guess I've been living on another planet, and I've just had a baby, so... Well, not me, my wife.
Right on. That would make sense.
Getting back into the reality of everything, but it's good fun, man. And, of course, most drummers, I know, have a pretty vast taste in music and can often play more than one instrument. When it comes to your own musical influences, what would you say yours are mainly, and which would be the most surprising for some people?
You know, honestly, I just like good songs. I don't really think there's any one influence that I draw from. I just really like a good song. So if a good song shows up in the form of a country tune, I'm okay with that. If a good song shows up in the form of like an EDM kind of song, I'm okay with that too. To me, it's all about the song itself, and then if for some reason I can get into an artist because of the song and the rest of their catalog is good, then I'm all about it. So I don't really discriminate very, very much. So I think people might just be surprised that I'm not strictly into like, you know, kind of musician music or metal or things like that. Like I really listen to everything, and I really do draw inspiration from everything. So
I do find that with a lot of drummers. Like they'll listen to extreme black metal straight through to J-pop. Like my best mate.
Yeah.
It's you know, but I often find guitarists are the ones that has to be brutal.
Yeah, I think it's just you know, for drummers it's really all about the beat. It's all about the music, you know, the rhythm, so to speak. So Yeah, I don't think we're very discriminatory, so to speak.
No, and talking about drummers, most of the drummers I know hold you in very high regard. The ones I know were pretty excited to know that I was going to be talking to you today. And of course, one in particular wanted to know, out on your travels, you do a lot of clinics, you tour with a lot of bands, and you probably get exposed to other drummers. Are there any other hotshot drummers out there at the moment that maybe haven't quite broken through that, we should keep an eye on?
I mean, there's so many. I definitely recommend you pay attention to Matt Garska from Animals Leaders. Pay attention to Billy Reimer from the Dillinger's Caveman, who gets down there. Ryan Van Puderoyen from Nevin Townsend Project is great. Man, there's a dude named Eric Improda who plays in a band called Night Verses, who's awesome. My buddy Lonnie Robinson from the band Let Live is great. There's so many good drummers out there that are doing cool stuff. My buddy Tino from Of Mice and Men is an awesome drummer. It's just, I could name dudes all day that have something about them that really drives it home. It's
awesome, man. A few good shout outs there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're these guys are all friends of mine, but we've all become friends because of drumming. And a strong bond within the drumming community where we don't just exchange information, but we actually really, really end up becoming friends and supporters of each other. And that's really cool.
And, your latest album, Periphery,
Absolutely.
Select Difficulty, was released earlier this year, and the drumming on it is intense, man. Which is the most difficult to play live, would you say? They're
all kind of difficult in their own way. At this point, I spent so much time learning and honing and perfecting each track, even before we actually recorded the music, that I really kind of worked out my movements and my muscle memory for each song. So at this point, I'm really comfortable with playing any of the songs on the record, but all of them pose their own set of challenges when I was writing them and really, really tweaking the songs. It's a tough record, man. It's just a very demanding record from a drumming perspective. So I'm really proud of it, and I'm really humbled by the experience that I got to have writing music initially, and programming drum parts initially in the demo process that I couldn't really play. And I had to teach myself how to play the parts so that I could execute on the things that we really wanted to have in the music. And that's always a really good experience when it comes to the album process, So it's pretty cool, man. I like having band members that can push me beyond my limits, and I like the challenge of not really having any boundaries when we write music, so that we could write stuff without boundaries, and then we learn it after the fact because it's what we want to play.
A lot of bands seem to be doing that now with the programming and then learning afterwards. Do you think it's making a lot of better musicians out there pushing themselves?
Absolutely. Me, Misha, and Nali from the band started our own drum sample company to make for more realistic, better sounding drums that people could get access to, so that they could better program parts that were more realistic for that exact reason. Because we want drummers to be able to, demo the parts, get the parts down, have time to make changes to them in the computer, so that when they finally do get to sign off on a part and go into the studio and record it, they're not recording something and spending money on it in the studio, and then after the fact realizing, oh shit, I wish I had recorded this part instead, or I wish I changed it. By giving drummers an opportunity to program the parts with good sounds, it really lets them let the parts sink in, and they get to make changes to it easily without spending any money or time in the studio, so that they're way more prepared and they have way more time to write the parts that they actually want to play. And I think that's something I'm really passionate about, offering to drummers.
That's awesome, man. I'll have to check that out. Sounds awesome, man.
Yeah, it's called Get Good Drums. Named after
cool.
our bass player's bass player's last name is Adam Getgood, so it's Get Good, all one word, drums. Get Good Drums.
You guys seem to be pretty consistent with releases, and even though you've just released Select Difficulty this year, do you have plans for your next release? You guys got something cooking up?
No, we're taking some time off from that. We're kind of writing very casually for fun when inspiration strikes, but there's no plans in the works right now for any new material. We kind of feel like after the past 2 years of releasing stuff, we need to give ourselves a break to sort of recharge and reposition. So So no, nothing on that end.
Well, in the meantime, though, we're going to be seeing you guys in February. Is there anything you want to shout out to all your fans down here?
Man, we're just excited to come back. As I said, we all love touring in Australia. It's one of our favorite places to visit. We're going to have a great time. The shows are going to be off the hook, and we're going to do our best to just be, around. Like, we love meeting the fans at the shows and stuff, so we'll be around. Come and say hey. We'll do our best to be available and to be accessible. And rather than it just be a concert, we'd rather have it be something that is like an experience for everybody, where we all get to kind of go into it and be together. Go through it together. So that's our goal. So we're excited to come down. It's really exciting.
You should come down every year.
Good. That's the plan, man. We'd like to. That's the plan.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks again for joining us on the show tonight. We're going to go to the track, The Price is Wrong. Now, we'll see you and the boys in Brisbane on February 2nd at Max Watts, and I hope you feel better soon, brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm working on it. Talk to you soon. Thank you.